Welcome back, everybody, to the New York Mets franchise. Through the first month of the season, right now sitting at 19-14, here into season number 4. And actually today I wanted to start off by jumping into a game with Leon Pena. He is a top prospect on this team. He has been killing it right now down in AAA. He has got unbelievable power. Is he the next guy? Is it Jeff Cuevas? Gabe Pena is there, but right now 275, 4 home runs, 18 RBI here pretty much in the first month of the season. For him, a 275 average is a lot. I mean, right now third on this team in RBI, but not much of a average type hitter. He's got more of the power game. Killing it in AA, comes up to AAA, had a chance there in spring training to possibly make this team. I mean, he's only 19, 20 years old. So this guy has so much talent as he rips there for a base hit. So he's very intriguing. And that power alone, against righties, he's got 95 plus power. There's not many guys in the big leagues, anywhere really, that have that type of power he does. As he gets underneath this one, it's going to be a pop-up. So just that intriguing part, and that's what I wanted to see. Now, defensive-wise, he needs a lot of improvement. He only has 51 fielding. You could probably put him at DH and kind of put him in that way, but to be that complete player, we want to make sure we continue to build up his fielding. So right now, that's more of a setback. And in reality, the average was a setback as that's going to get down for a hit. But if he hits that average up and he is showing that he consistently can be in the 270, 280, we don't need this guy to hit 300. That's not really needed. If he can hit 270 and hit out about 35 to 40 home runs, that's all you really need, especially this day and age in baseball. I mean, you don't even have to hit 270. You could hit like 220 and hit around 40 home runs and still be a very productive player. And that's what this guy is. I just want to see a little bit more of a better, consistently batting average-wise. Now, maybe that's more of like an old-school approach, which it definitely is. But I want to see some sort of production, see that on base up for sure. At least be in the 330s, maybe 340s on base. But the way he's doing it right now, it's looking pretty good. So we had a couple hits with him. We'll end up winning that game 9-3. And let's head up back to the big league club. And we got a World Series rematch. Derek Yeager will be on the mound. Shane McClanahan will be on the mound here for the Rays. So through 6 games so far, he is 2-4. Now last year he struggled, and that's why he was sent down. A little bit more improvement this year. I'm liking the whip at least. I know the ERA is over 5, but you can see that the whip is down a lot. That's very good to see. So to me, it's just a matter of time before this guy takes off. His stuff is absolutely electric. The strikeouts are going to come. You can see the walks are down a little bit. But let's get into this World Series rematch here against the Rays here in New York. So right now you can see with that win, 20-14. As this one is crushed by Randy Arozarena to start off this game. And this will be a leadoff home run for the Rays as they're trying to enact some revenge against us, obviously for beating them in the World Series. Got some classic unis on for the Rays, and I think the Rays have some of the best ones. I mean, those classic, the Florida teams alone. I mean, the Rays unis, and then you go old school Florida Marlins with the teal. Man, what? There's not a lot of uniforms that can beat that. As Glaber misplays this one, he'll get the force there at first base, but could have been a double play. But yeah, that teal hat. Oh man, it's just. You always think about guys, I've seen that before, like guys you think of when it comes to this uniform or, stuff like that. To me, it's just wild. To me, anytime I see that old school Florida Marlins hat, I think of Jeff Conine. I don't know why. Jeff Conine is the guy I absolutely think about when it comes to that uniform. So if you guys, know about, think about that old Florida Marlins hat, the teal. What player kind of comes to your mind there? All right, ground ball over to first, out number 3. So finally out of the first. A lot of pitches there. Arozarena with the solo shot. as now Shane McClanahan on the mound. And man, 2.09 ERA, whip under 1. He's pitching. I mean, he's 2-2, but he's pitching lights out ball. So we'll see if we can get anything here against today. That's going to be a 1-out hit here for Lindor. Does he go to second base? Here comes the throw. Going to be offline. Slides in there with a 1-out double here in this first inning. So see if we can lead it right back. 9th double there for Lindor. And here comes Mike Trout to the plate. And Trout's going to add 2 just like that. No doubter. See you later. Home run. 2-1 lead in an instant. That's what this lineup can do. Trout's 7th of the season. So just another step closer to 500 home runs for Mike Trout. Something we probably should reach this season. Unbelievable career. One of the best players of all time. There's just no doubt about it. And then, like I said, he had that World Series now champion resume, and MVP of the playoffs. Just continues to add it to Mike Trout's first ballot Hall of Fame career. All right, still in business though here is James Wood to the plate, as Wood is having a great start to the season. 320 average, 8 home runs. He's got a 962 OPS. As he gets into this one a little bit, carrying deep into center field. I don't know if it's going to carry enough. It'll be right there at the track for the out. But, yeah, James Wood, I said it last time, 40 home runs. I'm calling it right now. But if he's hitting around 300, man, that's like some MVP numbers, as Owen Casey's going to rip that for a base hit. We'll keep him there at second base. So right now, both pitchers struggling a little bit pitch count-wise and trying to get out of this first inning, as this will be pitch number 24 for Shane McClanahan. And he'll take that outside for a ball is Brooks Lee, who has been on fire as a late 9-game hitting streak. Average now up to 248. He usually gets off to slow starts. He picks it up later. And that one's going to be ripped, but that is going to be an easy force there at second base for out number 3. And that's one thing about some players. First 2 months of the season, I know like Manny Machado was one of those guys that always got off to very slow starts. You kind of worry a little bit, but then you realize that's just how he is. And then he's just instantly starts to heat up. As that's a nasty pitch there from Yeager for the first strikeout of the game. So Brooks Lee might be kind of trending in that direction. Slow starts in the maybe first month and a half of the season, but after that, he just starts to pick it up. As this one's jammed, popped up, Owen Casey over, and there you go, out number 3 here in this second inning. All right, let's go to the 4th. Jose Siri here to the plate. 2 away. Can we get strikeout here to get him out of the inning? Nope, and that's going to just go right through. C&I single. I mean, you couldn't have placed it any better if you rolled it yourself there out in the field. All right, base hit. First and second. Caminero to the plate. And he absolutely gets into this one. An absolute no-doubter. That one is well out of here. Looked like it hit the second deck. Man, that was crushed. About 108 off the bat. And that is a 3-run shot in the Rays. Regain the lead here, 4-2 in the 4th. Just that fastball caught too much of the plate, looking for it. And I would have to say, pitching with Derek Yeager, they are more on the fastball than you think. And I think that's why his off-speed stuff has to be good. And how is that not a strike? Are you kidding me? The full ball is in. It's like over the plate. That was one of the worst calls I think I've ever seen in this game. Is Angel Hernandez back? What in the world was that? Wow. All right, 2-2. See if we can get Logan Driscoll here. Do I have to throw it down the middle for it to be called a strike? Lindor up with it over to first base, and he'll get him for out number 3. But that is a 3-run shot. Rays take the lead. Let's see how he responds here. Said this before. I love these moments, though. I mean, okay, just that one's called a strike. That's fine. I mean, it should have been called a strike. I'm just saying this pitch area is terrible. as Gavin Lux is going to swing and a miss there for strike 3. I love these moments for young pitchers. How do you bounce back? A lot of these young guys are so used to being either go through high school or college and you just dominate, and then you kind of go into the minor leagues, and sometimes you get humbled in the minors. There's a lot of guys that don't make it at all. Happens all the time in baseball. But some guys do dominate in the minors. But then they get to the bigs, and it's a different story. As James Wood over there for the out number 3. Nice comeback inning for Yeager. But yeah, how do you deal with it, especially when you're facing major league lineups? How do you bounce back? As Luis Angel Acuna is going to rip this one, and that's going to get down for extra bases. Wasn't sure if that was going to be brought down with an incredible catch there in center field, but it's a leadoff double here to start off this 5th inning, his 9th of the season, trying to maybe tie this game back up. Trout, it was there. Just a tad bit in front of that one. Hanging curveball, could have done a lot more damage. But a ground out, so it'll be up to Gleyber Torres here in this 5th inning to come through with a 2-out hit, and this will not be it. Ground ball over to first base for out number 3, and this game remains a 4-2 game. Now, Derek Yeager, we're in the 6th. His pitch count's pretty good. Right now it's 64, so I think as long as he stays out of trouble, should give us maybe another inning or 2 at least. And swing and a miss. Getting O'Neal Cruz well out in front of that changeup. And there you go. They know you're throwing 99. They know you're going to have a nasty cutter. But it's the off speed that is going to be the game changer here. 2-2. Yeah, see, Paredes is all over that. Down the line, gets held up a little bit. He's on his way to second base. Here comes a throw. You are gunned down. See you later. But you can see we try to get him with that fastball, and he's all over it. As Xavier Isaac to the plate, and he'll foul away that one back. So maybe hit him with that fastball early in the count, and then go to more of the off speed, as that one, a little bit too much to the plate, taken there for a strike, and now 0-2. There it is. Nice breaking pitch. Strike 3. Yeager out of the 6th inning. And now James Wood will lead us off here in this 6th inning. And James Wood, oh man, just a tad bit out in front. I mean, that was a long foul ball. 0-2. Take that pitch up high for a ball. 0-1 to Wood. Uh-oh. This one crushed to deep right field, and this one's going to be out of here. The hanging curveball. He missed it the first time. Second time, misses it again, and just that's not a location you want to leave a hanger to really anybody, especially a breaking ball into a lefty from a right-handed pitcher. That is just going to be absolute trouble. Wood with the home run. We're back within a run, 4-3, as Owen Casey up the middle and almost getting robbed, but should be able to beat it out there for an infield hit. So Casey with another hit. They're Rookie of the Year last year. And now Brooks Lee to the plate, 0-for-2 so far this game. Now moves over to the left side of the plate. Yes, and this one's going to be out at first base. So Lee, but a really good play there by Isaac at first base to not let that ball go through. So now Parado here with 2 away, trying to knock in this tying run at second base. 2-2. And that's not even close, and they're going to call it a... Are you kidding me? It's not even close. Not even close. All right, Mason Miller's going to come into the game. 6.43 ERA. I mean, the averages aren't that bad. It's only 7 innings. So that's why right now that ERA is way, it's super elevated. It's just because he's only thrown 7 innings. As this one has flown to right, and Wood there with the grab. Trying to just keep this at a 1-run lead. This guy just crushed that 3-run home run. Cutter, I mean, not the greatest location, but gets away with it. 0-1. And that's solid location right down and in. So 99. Now let's go slider away, see if we can get him chasing here. Pitch, and we can. Nice, tight rotation on that slider. Out of the hand. You're thinking it's 99 fastball, and then it just right there at the end, cuts off, and he, perfect pitch. Yeah, you're just thinking fastball, slider in great location there. 0-1. Oh, man. Do we even throw a fastball here? He just can't catch any of the breaking stuff. Yeah, just keep throwing that changeup. I mean, he just well out in front of every pitch. And I guess when a guy throws like 102, you have to be ready. There's just nothing you can do. As this one hit well, will it get down? It will not. Thought it might have a chance there. Trying to tie this game up here. So Lindor will come to the plate. And Lindor will do exactly that. No doubt about it. Second deck, Francisco Lindor adds one. Ties this game up here at 4 apiece. His number 8 on the season. Lindor 2 years ago. Was he going downhill a little bit? But he comes back last year, has a great season. And I don't know. I think he's just still good to go as Trout rips that one. Man, just a tad bit out in front. That would have been a home run as well. Well, doesn't miss that hanging curveball. Trout turns this one around, and we got back-to-back home runs here in the 7th inning, and we got the lead 5-4. These curveballs are not working out today for Tampa Bay. They're just hanging them right over the plate. Especially a guy like James Wood, Mike Trout. You just cannot do that at all. And he crushes that one out of the yard. His second of the game. And Trout all smiles right now as we'll take the lead 5-4 here in this 7th inning. Just another home run closer to 500. I'm going to do my best to make sure we play the game at least where we can get 500 home runs, as Gleyber Torres will add one as well. Back-to-back-to-back home runs here in the 7th inning, 6-4 lead. You just continue to hang pitches over the middle of the plate. It's not going to turn out really well against this lineup. 8th of the season for Gleyber. But yeah, I want to make sure we're playing the game. I don't know if they're going to have anything. I don't know. Probably, maybe they make a mention of it. I wish they would make like a really cool deal about it, but I don't know. I just want to make sure we're right there at $4.99. If I have to play like 2 or 3 games just to get it, I'll definitely get it done. But I want to see, the reaction to Trout hitting 500 home runs, or see if they have anything in this game. I'm not going to look up anything. I'm just going to wait and see myself. So that I can't wait for that moment. It is definitely going to be very cool. All right, now with the lead, let's see if the bullpen can go to work here in the final 2 innings. This one is over. That's going to get out of play foul. 0-2 to Arozarena. Swings through the circle change for strike 3. Minter has just got some... Doesn't matter. It's like he brings his cutter and the fastball to lefties. You're not going to throw too many changeups against, lefty hitters. But then righties come up, and it's just no big deal as Gavin Lux looking for strike 3 because he throws that, circle change that just dips away, and you just can't get it at all. Minter's got some nasty stuff. 2-2 pitch. Let's go cutter inside. And he will take that for a ball right there on the edge. So 3-2 pitch. Cruz on deck. And low, little grounder, but Gleyber with some late reaction, and he will be safe at first base. I don't know if Gleyber was a little confused. There was some spin on the ball. All right, well, Cruz, you know what O'Neal Cruz can do. One swing, we got a tie ball game once again, as he will foul away that cutter. 0-2, maybe we will go change up here. And it kind of worked. Out in front, pops it up. Parada back. Out number 3. And Minter's out of that jam as we will head on to the bottom half of the 8th inning as Jalen Palmer getting the start today. Not the, he's hitting pretty solidly, 268. Just obviously needs some more playing time, but it's tough with this lineup. And I'm not sure why we're swinging at that one. Not sure what happened there. 1-2. Well, he comes right back, and Jalen Palmer absolutely gives this one a ride. See you later. Another home run, 7-4 lead. And that is actually Jalen Palmer's first major league career home run. That is awesome to see. You love when you can play these games. As I was just talking about the 500 home runs, and you can have a milestone. They'll have the guy's first career home run. That's awesome to see. I mean, he hit 29 last year in Double-A, so there's really no surprise of the power he can bring and why he's really on this team. As Parada's going to rip that for a base hit. And that's the kind of the lineup we have. I mean, even when we have guys that come off the bench, they can fill in very nicely. I trust in Brendan Rodgers. I trust in Jalen Palmer, as that won't be taken for a ball. I mean, that's what you should have complete trust in your bench. There is no doubt about that. Acuna. And, man, the home run barrage just continues in this game. Hanging slider over the middle of the plate. And he just absolutely just annihilates that ball. And now this lead just continues to build. His third home run of the season. What are we up to? A 9-4 lead now. So, really, we could take away the save opportunity for Edwin Diaz. Up to a 5-run lead because we just continue to pile it on as Ben Brown will come into the game. And let's see what he can do. He's struggling. He really is. And, he doesn't have any more options. So we just got to see if he can kind of work things out. Swing and a miss. That's what you want to see. Gets Paredes there for strike 3 because if he doesn't work things out, we're going to have to either probably work out some sort of trade. I just can't keep him. He's not going to go through waivers. Somebody will pick him up easily. So it might have to be a trade. I hope I don't have to do that. But sometimes it just happens that way. As Brooks Lee over to first base, and that will be your ball game as the home run barrage here today in this World Series rematch against the Rays. Trout with a couple of home runs, but man, we were crunching them out of the park today. 9-4. I thought even Derek Yeager, I know he lets up that 3-run shot, but coming back, pitching the next couple innings really, really well. Awesome to see. But yeah, Lindor, Wood, Acuna, Trout with 2, Glaber with 1, and then Jalen Palmer with a home run. I mean, I believe all the runs were off home runs. Mason Miller looked a lot better. You can see our ERA just continues to go down there. As I think we'll get through the month of May here. And there you go. So we're going to sim. So we beat Miami. We have a 3-game winning streak. Make that 4. Well, Brandon Nimmo, he tore his calf. He will be out for 2 to 3 months. That is a massive injury. I got the 60-day him. And you know what? Leon Pena is on fire, up to 8 home runs. His power went down a little bit against righties. But you know what? I think, do we give him a shot here? 278, 327 on base. He's got an 801 OPS. I know he's only 20 years old. What's Cuevas doing? So that's when I'll look at some other guys here. Jeff Cuevas right now, he's hitting 269 down there. He's got a 729 OPS, 3 home runs, 23 RBI. Should we give him the first opportunity or just go to Pena? Gabe Pena, 276. He's got 19 stolen bases. So that's the threat there. Because one of these guys is definitely going to come up for sure. Who should we go with here? Anybody else really do anything? Like, what about Montes? He's only hitting 238, so that is a no. I'd love for Montes to come up, but it just hasn't happened. You know what? I think... I know he's only 20, but I'm thinking we're going to go with Leon Pena. I think that's where we're going right now. We're going to bring him up to the bigs. This could be early. We could be rushing things. Probably, 100%. But right now we're at a concern, injury-wise. And let's bring up the youngster. Let's see what this guy can do. Major League debut. We started off the video with a player lock game with him, and might as well end it with him, right? So, Major League debut. Grimace out. And can we have a little magic here in his debut? I don't know. Not always a guarantee, as we're taking on the Texas Rangers here today. It's always good to see guys that you have drafted up in the big leagues about to make an impact. Man, just out in front of that cutter. 3-1, and he'll actually take a walk. Great at bat to see. Man, Harper already has 22 home runs. Man, we're already into June. We're not even into June yet. We're still at the end of May. Harper's just killing it. As Brett Beatty's going to swing and a miss there for strike 3. So we still have a 1-0 lead as we head to the 5th. Owen White still on the mound here, obviously. A nice pitcher's duel happening here today. 2-0 count. Look for your pitch here. And up the middle, but they have kind of that shift on where it's not technically a shift, but it really is. Would have been a base hit, but just playing them perfectly. Seager there. 3-run shot from Lindor gives us a 4-0 lead. And look at Charlie Soto. Only allowing 1 hit so far through 6. So we get to the 3rd at bat here for Pena. Let's see if we can get that first major league career hit. Even against lefties, they have that, kind of shift on. Interesting. Man, his spray chart, he must be pull crazy and working it. You know what I was thinking about earlier when I saw that shift on, possibly just laying down a bunt just to see. I don't know if they would ever adjust that. I mean, they're probably going off their charts. That's a solo home run. Cunha, 5-0 lead as Charlie Soto is just, he dominated today. He did. 2-run shot from Alvarez, 7-0 lead. Still looking for hit number 1. At least he got on base one time. He had that walk. Oh, man. Oh, right off the pitcher. Would have been an out anyway because Seager's playing right there at short. Man, nice couple of rips up the middle. Just no such luck. And that'll finish it off. 7-0 win. Strom, I think, pitched the final inning and maybe 2/3. But Charlie Soto just continue to have a fantastic start to the season. But with that, the Phillies have taken off. They're 3.5 clear of us at the moment. We're 36-23. We're still playing some pretty good baseball. Actually, look at the home record. We're 23-9 at home, 13-14 away. So right now, the road not looking good. Take a look at everybody else. Baltimore has the AL East lead by 2.5 over the Yankees. Go to the Central. Guardians and Twins tied. Royals only 2 back. Tigers now 4.5 back. They've lost 5 in a row. 2-8 in their last 10. So it's still close. Mariners with a 1.5 game lead over the Astros with the Rangers we just saw there. So everything's still close. We're just 2 months into the season. There's no real runaways at the moment. We saw that right there. Cubs with a 5-game lead over the Cardinals, who have won 5 in a row, though. So they're getting back, 8-2 in their last 10. So they're getting a little hot there. With the Dodgers, a 0.5 game lead over the Giants. Diamondbacks right there at 6.5. You can see right now the way the wild card standings are playing out here early in the season. Right now we got a wild card bid. Lindor actually leading us in home runs with 16. Alvarez with 14. Trout with 13. Let's see. He's at 489. So he is 11 away from 500. 11 away. Maybe by the All-Star break. Maybe. If he has a hot couple months here. Let's see. Average-wise, Acuna's hitting 312. Wood still over 300. Lindor at a 294 clip. Trout 288. Beatty up to a 265. Brooksley 261. Glaber at 243. Still needs improvement. And Jalen Palmer down there low as well. OPS, though, Trout 952. So the guys, our lineup is still, I would say hitting the ball very well. Trout right now with a 2.7 WAR with Wood right there at a 2.5. K rate high for him, though. It's going to happen this day and age in baseball. Pitching wise, Charlie Soto. 8-2. He's dominating. He's right behind Senga. 2.9 ERA, 1.22 whip. Is he going to be... I mean, I could see him as an all-star for sure. Starter? Who knows? But, man, he is pitching lights out. But look at Derek Yeager. Down to a 3.75, 1.22 whip, 4-5 on the season. He is vastly improved and starting to pitch well. Walker Buehler's pitching well. Fried is the one that's actually backed off a little bit, but he's on fire. Ben Brown's got to a 5.79 ERA. Our starters are really pitching well. Buehler actually has the worst FIP. But Mason Miller has gotten stronger. This pitching looks good. I think right now we're just a little bit of a slow start, kind of easing into the season. I think this team is going to pick up, and we're just going to just get right back where we were to last year. But right now, 3.5 back. We will be in the month of June next time. And I don't know. We'll see how we deal with the Brandon Nimmo injury. Hopefully we can deal with it well. Hopefully Pena turns out to be really good. But right now, things looking on the up. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate it. Just continue to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.